Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to import files in an order using SSIS. So this is my profile. I have 13 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how to import files in an order using SSIS. So recently I got a question from one of my subscriber, Ravi Kiran. I have one scenario that we have files in client side server, and on Monday client given one file to run, then Tuesday he didn't given the file, and on Wednesday the file was come to both Tuesday and Wednesday files. So how to load files sequentially from Tuesday and Wednesday? Okay, in for each loop container we don't have a control like how the for each loop container will load the files, but we can do that using script task and for loop container. So let's see how we can do that. So let's jump to the demo. In my system I have 3 files situated in D files locations. So the file names are like this one: zip code underscore 2021 0901 0902 and 0903. So if you see the date modified here, so the oldest file according to the date modified is this one. The date modified is 25th July 2021, and for second file the date modified is 5th September and the time is 5:57 p.m. and for the third file the time is 5:58 p.m. So this is the oldest file, then this is second oldest, and this is the third oldest. Ideally this file should be loaded first, and this file should be loaded second, and this file should be loaded in the last. As soon as a file will be loaded, we will move that file to the archive folder. So the archive folder exists in the E drive. So as soon as the first file will be loaded, the file will be moved to the archive folder. Similarly, when second file will be loaded, so it will be moved to the archive folder as well, and so on. So let's see how we can do that. So the data from the CSV files will be loaded to the zip files underscore loaded in order table, and this table exists in the SSIS database on my SQL Server 2019 instance, and right now this table is empty. So let's create an SSIS package for it. So this is my blank SSIS package, and first of all let's create some SSIS variables. Those we will be using during the SSIS package. So the first variable that we want to create is counter variable. We will be using this variable inside the for loop container. So we will actually count the number of files in this particular location, and then we will run our for loop only that particular times only. So suppose if there are 3 files in this particular directory, then the for loop will run 3 times. Now let's create another variable, total files. Okay, so this will be the max value of the counter. Now let me create another variable, source directory. Alright, and the data type will be string, and the value that we can give to the source directory is this one, D files. Now another variable, source file path, data type is string, and the value can be this one. We can select any file path here. Okay, now archive directory, data type is string. Because we want to move the files to the archive directory, so we want to define some variables for the archive directory as well. Now the last one is archive file path. A string, and the file path will be like e files, and we can give the any name like maybe abc.csv. This value will be overwritten by the SSIS package. Okay, so we have defined the SSIS variables. Now the first task will be the script task. So just write a script task here and just drag and drop it. So maybe we can call it like get total files. Okay, and now right click on edit this one. So the read only variable that we will be using in this one is source directory. So we can select source directory from here, and in the read write variables we will be using the total files, because we want to assign the total number of files to this particular SSIS variable. Now click on edit script. So this will open the C# script editor. Alright, so we can write our code here. So let me just copy and paste this particular code. I will share this code with you maybe on Google Drive, so you can just download it. Okay, so let me just copy this line and paste it here. So what this line is doing, it is getting the count of the total number of files in the source directory path and assigning the total count to this SSIS variables, total files variable. Okay, show potential fixes using system.io. okay, we can put it. So that the only thing that we did. Maybe I can just copy this one system.io, paste it here as well, so that you don't need to do this thing. Okay, let me just copy this value and put it here so that you can use this latest code. Alright, okay, so just click on file and exit, click OK. So our first task is done. Now we need to use the for loop container. So maybe we can write for and then just drag and drop the for loop container and then connect the script task with the for loop container and configure it. So we need to write @counter equal to 1. So the initial expression will be that counter value will start from 1 and then we will evaluate the value like @counter is less than equal to total files. The counter will run until the value of the counter will be less than equal to the total number of files, and then for each iteration we will assign the counter value equal to counter value plus 1. Okay, so this is a for loop. So just click OK. And now in the for loop container, the first task that we will insert is the script task, because in script task we will get the oldest file, and then in next task will be the data flow task. So in data flow task we will load the file, and then the third task will be the file system task, in which we will actually archive the file or move the file from source directory to the destination directory. So maybe you can call it like get oldest file. Okay, now just right click and configure the script task. So in the read only variables we will be using the archive directory, then the source directory. Okay, we are using the archive directory because we want to set the value to the archive file path. So we want to append the values to the archive file path using the archive directory value plus the file name. And then the source directory we are using because we want to loop through the CSV files in the source directory and want to get the oldest file. Now we want to assign the values to the two variables, and the first variable will be the archive file path because we want to get the archive file that we want to move. The second one will be the source file path because we want to set the oldest file value to the source file path. Okay, now click on edit script. So this will open the script task editor. Alright, so this window has opened up, and now let me just copy this particular code from here and paste in the script task. I will share this code with you so that you can use it in your SSIS package. Okay, it is saying for directory info show some potential fixes using system.io. okay, so we can just add a namespace here using system.io. okay, maybe I can copy this one and paste it here so that you know that for the second one we need to use this one, you know, system.io. I can copy this here. Now let me see if there is any other. Okay, so that's it. Alright, so now let me explain you what we are doing here. So we have declared a source directory string variable and we have assigned the value from the source directory. Okay, and then in this location we have declared a files variable, and then we have assigned all the CSV files value to this files variable. And now we are just looping through all the files and checking which is the oldest file based on the last write time value. Okay, so the value of the oldest file will be overwritten to the oldest file string variable. Now in the archive file path we are actually appending the value from the archive directory value plus the oldest file name, and similarly in the source file path we are assigning the values from the source directory plus the oldest file value. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. Now go to the file and click on exit, click OK. Now we need to use a data flow task to import the file. So just drag and drop the data flow task into the for loop container, and now we will be using flat file source to read the data from the CSV file. So just make a new connection to the CSV files, browse the file type to select any file here. So the data seems good here, click OK. Okay, now the data will be loaded to SQL. So we will be creating the OLEDB destination here. Now in the OLEDB destination, let's make a connection to the SSIS database. So the connection is already there. Click OK. Data access mode will be table or view fast load, and the table name is zip files underscore loaded in an order. So the mapping seems good. Click OK. Now to make this particular loop dynamic, we need to make this flat file connection manager dynamic. So just click on it and click on expressions, and in the expression there is a property connection string. So the connection string value will be assigned from the source file path. Okay, so because every time source file path SSIS variable will contain the oldest file value. Click OK. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to use a file system task to archive the file. So just drag and drop the file system task into the for loop container and configure the file system task. Edit. So the operation will be move file. Okay, and in the source connection is source path variable, so just change it to true because the source file path is situated in the SSIS variable. So the source variable is source file path. So just select the source file path from here. Okay, and in the destination connection is destination path variable, so set it to true as well because there is an archive file path whose value we assigned in the second script task. So destination variable is archive file path. Override destination. If the file already exists, then we can overwrite it. So set it to true. So just click OK. Now let me just put an breakpoint here so that I can show you that which file is getting loaded first. So just click OK. So I have put an breakpoint on the on post execute of the file system task. So if you see the source directory, there are 3 files, and in the archive file directory there is no file as of now, and in the SQL Server table there is no data. Okay, so let me just start the SSIS package. So the first file loaded, and if you saw that this first file got loaded and it moved to the archive directory, and if you check the data in SQL Server, so there are 7 records now. Okay, now let me just click on continue so that it can load the second file. So now the second file got loaded and the second file got moved to the archive files directory. Okay, and 14 records should be loaded here. Okay, and now let me click on the continue again. So it loaded third file as well, and the third file got moved to the archive directory, and now there should be 21 records in the SQL Server. So this is how we can load the files in a particular order using the script task and the for loop container. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.